What is up, guys? I'm Sweet Vega.
And I'm Jenny from the block. And we're going to go over this week's episode of Chicks,
Dicks, and Dicks. What is the subject we're going to be touching on today?
Today's subject will be toxic friends.
Toxic friends?
Mm-hmm. Toxic friendships.
Oh, man, I hate that part. I don't like this subject.
Why? Tell the audience why you don't like this subject. Let's hear it, Mark.
What if I was a toxic friend?
So you're the toxico?
The toxico.
Why are we the toxico? Elaborate for us.
No say.
What did you do?
Man, this is I would say this is more of a sensitive subject, but it's like, and don't get me wrong, I'm taking accountability for this because I knew for a fact I was a toxic
Remember,
friend.
guys, last episode, he said he likes people to take accountability, so he's learning to take accountability. Right?
Thank you, Jenny, for the clarification.
We all have to hold each other accountable to something, and I'm holding you accountable to your main deal breaker.
Definitely.
Which is accountability.
You're right. Honestly, this friendship really goes back, like, middle school. Like, we've been friends since 2007.
And what happened?
Unfortunately, this friendship ended because I decided to choose a ex-partner over friendship. Yeah.
It'd be like that sometimes.
It'd be like that sometimes.
And sometimes you burn bridges like that.
And I definitely did. I regret losing that friendship. Like, I actually last week I cried about it. It's a friend and his girlfriend. Like, we were so close. Like, I've known them for so long. And
how many years did you know them?
I'm sorry?
How many years were you friends with them?
Since 2007, it's 2023. If you can do the math, 16 years.
So you broke a 16-year friendship for a girl? Mark, why?
I don't know.
And are you with that woman still?
No.
Or talk to her?
No.
This is why we usually say chicks over dicks or bros over hoes, because in the end, your friends are going to be there and that person, you never have a guarantee on if they're going to stick around or not.
But friendships are always going to last.
So give us a walkthrough. How did this friendship diminish?
Well, towards the downfall of my relationship, my ex-partner and I had to separate, and I honestly didn't want to go back to my folks, so I hit up my best friend at that time, and he welcomed me into his house, with his girlfriend, and I was there for about 2 weeks, and they were there before even this. Like, they were there taking care of me. They made sure I ate. They made sure I was good. They made sure I was exercising. They made sure I showered because I just wasn't functional. I'm getting all fired up here, see? But they were telling me I could do way better, with the things I know, with the things I've done. And
we all told you, to be honest.
Really? Yeah, actually, yeah. You guys even told me that I deserve way better because I've been
just seeing how, like, in a dark place you were constantly and how unhappy you were, and you can see it in your body language.
No, you're right. And thinking about it, I spent 6-7 years with her.
It was out of comfort, though.
It was out of comfort. It was more of a trauma response. It was more of a trauma bond. Back to the whole, like, friendship thing. Like, they were there supporting me, and they were there, like, telling me, get back on the dating life, or go back to therapy, see how it's like. And, with their support, I was able to, like, somewhat get my feet back together. But then my ex hit me up, and she's like, hey, I'm sorry about what happened. Can we talk about it, etc., etc.? And obviously I met up with her, and from there, we tried to work things out. And when I broke the news to my best friends, they were furious. Like, you can just see it in their faces. They were just filled with disappointment.
It's because as a friend, you want to see your friends succeed, and when they keep going back to the same toxic patterns, it's like, what else is there to do? Like, I've given you the tools to move on. I've told you how much you could thrive without that person, and you go back to the same person that hurt you after time after time. It's just, we get to a point where it's like, okay, like, we no longer want to help you. We've told you X amount of times. You don't want to listen. We'll go learn the hard way. And that's pretty much what they had to do to you, because look at you now. You learned the hard way.
I did.
You
At a
realized
cost.
you messed up and it's not something you want to go back to anymore because you've just been burned several times.
Yeah, hundreds of times. You know, I lost really good friends because of what have happened, and I'm not there to blame anybody. I'm here to blame myself for that, and this is where accountability comes along. You know, back to the story. Like, he gave me the longest text message ever, and it honestly, I cried, and I still have it with me on the phone.
Was it a friendship breakup?
It was more of a friendship breakup. It was more like, until you leave that relationship, we can't be friends. But until then, I love you, man.
Those are the hardest. I feel like those hurt more than an actual relationship breakup.
And that's the thing, though. During my breakup, I was thinking more of my friendship than my actual relationship that ended. Because obviously, tenure. You know, I've known this guy for 16 years. Mm-hmm. He's literally known me more than half my life, and this actually happened this year. So it still hurts.
So it's still fresh.
It's still fresh, and it hurts so damn bad. But one day, when I'm not saying I'm toxic anymore, because I'm definitely fixing myself through therapy, self-healing, self-assurance, you know, and self-awareness. Mm-hmm. I'm definitely going to be hitting them back up. I have to. They were good people. I was the toxic one, unfortunately.
I wouldn't say toxic. You were just in a space where you needed to find yourself again, especially after the whole breakup. You needed to learn from your mistakes, and sometimes you have to like completely disassociate with the person that's creating the same bad patterns and let them see for themselves, because there's only so much they could do. I'm pretty sure them telling you time after time.
They did.
7 years.
Yeah, they did. Because they were like, you've been cheated on so many times. I don't know why you keep going back. Like, why haven't you learned from this? What do you see in her?
It just takes an emotional toll, and it feels like their issues become your issues. And I'm pretty sure they just needed to step away.
That's exactly what he said. That's exactly what they said. They're like, you got us involved, and I went through hell for you. And I was just like, damn, I felt that. I definitely felt that. So, you know, to conclude my story, don't ever choose relationship over friendship. Please don't. Take it from me.
Especially toxic ones.
Especially toxic ones. You know, I can admit I was the toxic one, but I'm definitely working on it. So I was the toxic friend.
You're learning and growing, and that's all that matters.
Amen, baby. Amen. But let's get into your story.
I wouldn't say I was the toxic one per se, but like in high school, I kept befriending people who didn't know boundaries. And high school, like, you meet girls, you're like, okay, they're fun, they're kind of similar to me, we like to have a good time. Turns out, like, 2 girls that I was super, super close with, we did a lot of stuff together, went behind my back and started talking to my current boyfriend at that time in high school.
Oof.
So I had to snip him. And that happened twice, back to back. So it was one chick that I used to hang out with a lot, then another chick I used to hang out with a lot.
Wait, how did you find out?
He told me.
Ah. Wait, what if he was lying to you?
Nope. The screenshots proved otherwise.
There you go.
And this was the time of MySpace. So, like, you can see, like, messages and stuff like that. And the fact that this girl is going out of her way to be like, yeah, like, I don't know why you're with Jenny. Like, I'm so much better and all this other stuff. And then another friend was trying to hit on that. So, this was the same boyfriend, mind you, that these 2 friends were, like, trying to get at. And they didn't even go to the same. Okay, so, like, all of us went to 3 different high schools. The guy I was dating, one of my friends went to the same high school as me, and then the other chick did not go to my high school, but we knew each other from, like, middle school and stuff.
Damn.
So that one guy was causing all these problems, and those 2 girls were, like, avidly trying to get at him. So I had to cut off both, like, good friends I've known for, like, a cool minute because of that guy.
How long have you known them?
One of them I knew for, like, 2 years, and then the other one I knew for, like, a good 3 years.
Jenny.
Well, in high school, that's a long time.
Okay, good point.
You're growing, you're learning, you're developing friendships, and, like, some of these people I knew since middle school. Mm-hmm. But and I only dated that guy for 3 months, which is the funny part.
Yeah, that was.
So I lost those friends over a guy that I dated for 3 months. And we ultimately broke up because one of them was like just telling him a bunch of lies. Like I cut her off. So she was like salty about it. And she was just telling him like all these things like, oh, she's cheating on you. She's doing this. She's doing that. It's like, no, like, okay, I did tell a white lie. I told that guy that a guy that was flirting with me, I've never had anything with him. We used to flirt and talk.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't like him. So they're ops. So I didn't want to tell him the truth. But yeah, she blurted that out and like it just wreaked havoc and we broke up because of that white lie.
Yeah.
So people, don't tell white lies, always be honest. That's one takeaway. But anyways,
honesty.
I feel like every girl friendship always ends over a guy. A guy or lies.
Say that one more time.
A guy or lies.
And that's how female friendship ends.
A lot of them do. Like every time I like hear about girls and like them losing a friend, it's usually guy related. Some girls know no boundaries and they will hit on your boyfriend. So choose your friends wisely.
Choose your friends wisely.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Choose your friends wisely.
You know what they say? As you get older, your circle starts getting smaller
and smaller
and smaller.
But then we have nice people like you.
Stop the cap.
And me.
Stop the cap.
We're Geminis. We're not nice. Another subject.
Evil twins.
Evil twins. I like that. I mean, to conclude, what would you say?
Ladies, choose your friends wisely. A lot of women do not have great intentions for you. And when other like true friends are trying to give you advice about your toxic relationship, please take their advice.
Your friends sometimes know
Your
better.
friends sometimes give you the ugly truth, and sometimes you need to listen to it because you're so blinded by this man or woman and their toxic traits.
Those are the real friends that you should be keeping.
Keep around the ones who will tell you straight up what you don't want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Not the ones that lie behind your back and try to sugarcoat everything.
It's okay to admit that you're toxic.
And that you're wrong.
And that you're wrong.
And take accountability.
And take accountability. And learn from your mistakes.
Don't be Mark.
Don't be me. Wait a minute.
I'm just kidding.
Sensitive subject that we had to talk about today. But hopefully, if you guys relate, like I said, just learn from your mistakes and take accountability for your wrongdoings. Right, Jenny?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Anyways, before we end this episode, I'd like to know, were you the toxic friend?
Or did you meet toxic friends?
Comment down below and let us know.
Let us know.
But until then, I'll see you guys on the next episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Sweet Vega.
And Jenny from the block.
And this has been
Chicks.
Dicks
And Dicks. See ya.
Thank you.